When I met my wife about 2 years ago, I certainly had zero romantic interest in pursuing a relationship. I had just come out of a relationship and I was doing great. I was so focused on getting to my goals. Brother, I never needed a relationship. I would have been just fine by myself. And that is when you are ready for a relationship. When you're pursuing the ultimate version of yourself, when you're pursuing your goals, when you're doing the things you must do in this life, that's when you will be ready for a relationship, when you will be ready to find the woman and to give her the best of you. It's certainly not when you're depressed, you're feeling lonely, you have no goals, no ambitions, nothing to do with your time, and you're trying to fill that void with a woman. My man, be warned. Be warned, this will not end well for you. In fact, she will take your head clean off when she senses that you desperately need her. Nobody wants a partner like that. Nobody, believe me. And for me, why did I get married? It's very simple. I entered this relationship, and within 1 month, within a couple weeks, I realized I love this woman. I have not loved a woman in 37 years on this planet. And her, I loved within a couple weeks. I realized, oh, so this is what love is like. This is what everybody's been talking about. It's great. It's awesome. And I knew we have lots of differences, completely different backgrounds, a different age bracket. We're completely different. We're completely different, but the way God created us, we complement each other perfectly. And I was given the choice right then and there to pursue this relationship, make this woman mine, or go on with my life by myself. I would have been fine either way. And this is why my marriage is succeeding. This is why it's fruitful. This is why it is a blessing. Because I would have been fine either way. So now everything that I get from this relationship, everything that my wife gets from this relationship is a bonus. It's a bonus for the both of us. She didn't need me, I didn't need her. Together we're unstoppable. Do you see what I'm saying here? If you look for somebody else, for your partner to fill that emptiness that every one of us has, fill that emptiness, you're gonna get crushed. You gotta fix yourself first. How? By becoming that person your conscience, your heart is telling you to become in this world. By raising your standards, raising yourself physically, financially, spiritually, becoming the man, woman God created you to be. That's how you fill the void. Certainly not by burdening somebody else with your shortcomings, your anxieties and fears, your weaknesses. That will not end well. So I am tremendously blessed because God decided to give me this woman. And what she does in this relationship is everything. By that I don't mean she pays the rent or she cooks every meal. No. She compliments me perfectly. And this is what a godly marriage is supposed to be about. This is what a godly relationship between a man and a woman should be about. I am not perfect. She is not perfect. Together we're not perfect either. But we complement each other. We make each other better. Physically, financially, spiritually. We make each other better people for God's army. And that's what it's all about. That's what makes this life truly worth living. That's what makes your relationship worth pursuing. Not some insecurity, not some fear and anxiety that you'll end up alone. My man, when I entered this relationship, I was 37 years old. I knew that my worth as a man is only going up. I'm only becoming more attractive physically, financially, relationally, spiritually. I'm only leveling up. I'm not slowing down. So I knew it will never be an issue for me to find a woman. But when I found her, and when I realized she's the one the Lord chose for me, I accepted it. I said, thank you, Jesus. And I made her my wife. It's the only way to be. It's the only way to pursue a relationship truly. It's not to be dating for years on end. Pursuing meaningless physical relationships. No. It's making that woman into a godly woman by making her your wife. Is making yourself into a godly man by following God's plan for your life. And God's plan for your life will never be empty relationships. Will never be a job that you hate. Will never be a body that you hate. That's your doing. You chose that for yourself. And only you can dig yourself out of that hole.